Hey everybody, it's Dr. Cara, and today I'm coming to you with something a little bit different. And it's not about animals, it's not about intuition, it's actually about neuroscience and eating and addiction and those sorts of things. So, um, what I want to do is a book review of this book. So, there we go. Bright Line Eating. See if you can, I can't figure that out. There we go. Okay, so Bright Line Eating. And this book is really different from anything else that I've ever read or thought about, but it's one of those books that puts together the pieces for me. And I'll tell you my story, and then I'll tell you a little bit about the book and whether you might be interested in it or not. So um, I have a friend who was a classmate when I was getting my master's degree in spiritual psychology, who on Facebook has been posting these amazing weight loss photos, and she's super happy and she feels great, and the pounds are just dropping off of her. And I was really intrigued because I have, over the last 10 years or so, probably gained maybe 25 pounds over where I want to be. And it's not stopping me from living my life. I still go snorkeling, I still go skiing, I still do my job, I still feel good about myself. But um, but I do want to kind of have my appearance match my insides. I feel like there's a disconnect there where I feel really good about who I am and what I'm up to in the world, but I don't feel like I project that through my physical body in the way that I like and in the way that I feel good. So that's what kind of piqued my interest, and I went to the Bright Line Eating website and I took their quiz, and the quiz is a susceptibility index. And I, on a scale of 1 to 10, rated a 9, which meant that my brain is kind of wired to be addicted. And I knew this about my brain already, and that's what kind of got me interested in what Susan Pierce Thompson had to say about the brain and eating. So, a quick story about why that made sense to me. So, I grew up, my parents were divorced. My father was an alcoholic. My brother had drinking problems in high school and drinking problems as an adult. I got really uncomfortable as an adult once I started having kids being around my family because they all kind of changed with alcohol. And it just was a culture that I didn't want my kids to grow up in. So I've been very conscious of addiction. I have a neighbor who, was addicted to alcohol and prescription drugs, who I took to the emergency room when she was trying to commit suicide. So I've seen that side of it as well. And I've seen it inside myself. So this book really hit home for me because I can remember in high school driving to school and thinking about my tests and thinking about all the pressure. And the next thought was, ooh, I really need a drink. And then my thought after that was, oh shit, that's not okay. I'm not going there. I've seen what alcohol addiction does to other people, and I am not going down that road. And that is where I just drew the line right there. So I've never had a drinking problem, and I still don't. I can stop drinking, anytime. I hardly ever drink anyways, but when I do, I can always stop. So that's not the drug that's addictive to my brain for whatever reasons, but I know that I have that tendency. And it's something that I tell my kids because I want them to know that genetically we're predisposed to get addicted to stuff. And it wasn't until I read this book and I had some time to kind of let it sink in and really think about it that I came to kind of more accept that I think that I'm addicted to food. And it kind of tears me up to say it and to say it out loud in public. But that's the realization that I'm having that I want to share with you sorry, in case you're in the same boat and you don't know what to do and nothing's working for you and discipline's not working and willpower's not working and healthy eating isn't working and stopping when you're full isn't working or whatever it is, because What happens with me is if I eat wheat and if I eat sugar, I go overboard and I can feel it in my body and I can feel that lack of control and I will overeat and I will eat when I'm not hungry. So I've known kind of as my personal little secret that I have this dynamic inside of me. And what this book, so I'm going to hold it up again for you. Let's see if I can get it there. Okay. So what this book did for me was it helped me understand the neurochemistry behind my behavior and my feelings of being out of control with food. So um, I I really I had a lot of problems with this book. It pushed a lot of my buttons, and um, and yet the science behind it really made sense, and the way that it added up in my life really made sense for me. So so I read the science, it made sense, I understood it, I could see myself. I had done that susceptibility test and I was a 9 out of 10, which I still tried to deny for a while. That's why I've been sitting with this book for like a month and just taking it piece by piece. So anyways, that's my story, and that's how I came to read the book. So the book, again, I'm going to just kind of hold it up so it kind of messes with the light. So Bright Line Eating, um, it's about why sugar and flour are addictive. They're chemically addictive in some people's brains and not everybody's. And this was another big piece of the puzzle that never made sense to me. Like, what's wrong with me? Why is food behaving this way for me and not for my husband? He could stop eating a donut midway and I don't stop until the box is all gone. So this also kind of helped explain some of that. There's a lot more to it than just real simple, like you're either addictive or not addictive. There's a lot more to it. And then the other part is the eating plan, and how do you kind of address that you have an addiction in your brain, and how do you work with that so that you don't have to live under the thumb of that addiction. So that that's kind of the second half of the book, and I think, and it's a very popular book, it's a very popular program. My friend is having incredible success with it. She's been following the Bright Line Eating Plan for, I want to say, like 8 or 9 months, and just looks and feels fantastic and has really changed her life. So that's why I'm sharing that with you today, because I think that this is new science. It hasn't been shared this way before. I think that there are many of us, especially those of us who are intuitive and sensitive and trying to figure out our world and ourselves and like, what the heck, why am I like this? I think this has answers for a lot of people. So that's why I wanted to share it with you guys today, just in case anybody else out there is struggling with and wondering why sometimes food has so much power over you and sometimes it doesn't. And she goes into it there. So this is a 2 thumbs up from me. And I will say that as I was reading it, I was like, oh no, I could never do that. Oh my God, why are you being such a control freak? And as I let things kind of settle in and that inner critic kind of quieted down, I started to really see how these 4 bright lines that she talks about make managing and living with and shifting your relationship with food, your relationship with your body, your relationship with yourself really automatic. So it becomes just like brushing your teeth, or for me, taking my dogs for a walk every day. It's just eating in a way that's healthy and sane and actually freeing for you. So I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it for 2 weeks, and I'll report back and let you know. But in the meantime, I just thought this might be interesting for you and might be something useful and helpful that will help you. And even though it's a little bit off topic, I really want to kind of, pull back the curtains and let you guys see the real life, like what happens, what is somebody like who can talk to animals if that's what you want to do. Because I don't want to be this guru up on the stage going, oh, this is how you do it and everything's so great once you get here, because obviously there's still struggles. There's things I'm trying to figure out for myself, my family, my life. And this book has been a really big help for me. So I'm going to go give it a try. I recommend that if you think that any of this resonates with you, then go check out the book, Bright Line Eating, or go to brightlineeating.com and take that test and see where you fall on that scale. Because if you're high on that scale like I am, then this might be a good solution for you, and it might help you understand what's going on a little bit better and manage it, and maybe, who knows, maybe lose some weight or something like that. So anyways, there you have it, Bright Line Eating. That's my book review, and I look forward to talking to you about animals again next week. All right, have a great week. Bye, everybody.